I encourage everybody to look what's happened to Europe with immigration. It is the canary in the coal mine, what's happening. They brought in people with an ideology that is violent, lots of crime. Our society does not support rape and pedophilia, but they have brought those people in. Canada has as well. We brought in some great immigrants for sure, but we brought in the worst. And I say to you, how can you deal with Prime Minister Carney in good faith when he has gotten a thank you letter from Hamas, a terrorist organization, and 2 other prime ministers as well? How can we believe that that's going to work out?
Federal government. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, there's a couple things, and I know you read the Constitution probably more than most, but Section 95 is of particular interest to me because the way it's written is it says that the provinces shall make laws respecting immigration, and the federal government shall make them from time to time. And I think that we flip that on its head. I think the federal government controls the process from beginning to end, and then we try to beg and plead to get a certain number of economic migrants or entrepreneurial migrants, and we keep getting told no. So I'm prepared to challenge what that means under the Constitution. I think that we should control our immigration from beginning to end. And I'll tell you what I think that looks like. We have to go back to a more normal level of immigration. Between 2009 and 2019, it was about 0.6% of the population. So overall, Canada, it's about 275,000 a year. Last year was 1.8 million. And so if you're beginning to wonder why this is being talked about more, why there's more tension, why people are frustrated and angry, it's because there's such a mismatch from the way things used to work pre-COVID to the way they ended up working post-COVID. So if we could go back to a more normal level of immigration, that would mean Alberta, with 5 million people, we'd maybe accept 50,000 a year. 2/3 of them would probably be economic migrants, and then we'd also choose a smaller number of asylum seekers, international students, and family reunification. And then the federal government should be the ones who choose citizenship. So that's how I'd like to see. That's what we're trying to gather feedback on, is should we be pursuing that strategy? One more thing I'd say to you, because I was just telling Andrew this as well. One of the other worries that I have is the number of people who come to Alberta just for our social programs. I know we're moving down a pathway of having a more durable healthcare card, and there's a reason for that. It's because let me tell you why. We have got 4.8 million Albertans registered, and we've got 600,000 more Alberta ID cards, more Alberta healthcare cards than we have people. So we need to figure out why that is, and we need to make sure that we are protecting Alberta taxpayers so that we are not paying for expensive healthcare for people who don't even live here or who are only here to take advantage of the social programs and never pay in. So I know that there's some questions about why we're doing that. That's why we're doing it. So those are the things that we're trying to talk about, is do we need to get a better handle on the number of people coming here, and do we need to get a better handle on who gets access to the social programs that are very, very expensive to pay for?